And I know I said I'd fall back.
I got the white ice, I can't do wrong. I got the black.
Hi everybody, I'm Chelsea and I'm so grateful you chose to watch this video today. In this video, I'm going to show you how I got these faux locks. I'm like really hype about them. I love them so much. So yeah, if you want to see how I did them, stay tuned. Definitely give me a thumbs up if you like the video and comment down below what you think. And let's get started. So I'm starting on blown out hair, and I'm going to start first by making my parts. I'm doing the triangle part method, and I have a dread in the back, like one dread back there. So I'm trying to work around that, but I'm doing a part from ear to ear, and I'm going to start trying to make the triangle parts by just, you know, doing from the middle, diagonal down to the right and diagonal down to the left, and it ended up not looking right. I kept trying to get it right, but I had to end up going off camera and figuring it out. So I ended up making the part a little bit less wide, and I ended up doing 4 braids down there. But I'm gonna show you how I did the rest. Well, I'm gonna show you how I did some of the triangle parts. So starting from the arch of my eyebrow, I'm gonna part it like in a scoop shape all the way around my head to the arch of my other eyebrow. And then I'm going to take some of this juices and berries just to moisturize the section before I part it, because I want it to be super moisturized because it is a protective style. I'm going to just use this rat tail comb to make my parts, and it works better if you use the teeth of the comb. It gets it a lot straighter. So I'm just making a diagonal part towards my face. I'm going to brush it through and then plait it up. I'm not going to plait it all the way up because I'm just doing this to hold it in place until I start the faux locks. So I did another one diagonal straight from where the other diagonal part left off. I'm gonna braid that up and then keep going opposite diagonal way the next time. So I just use my mirror to help me see it in the back and, you know, adjust it how I need to, and this is how it looks so far. And this is how it looks once I finish all of them. Let me know in the comments if you would like a detailed how to do triangle parts video, because I would love to do that. So starting with the first section, I'm just going to take it loose, brush it through, and then add some edge control to the base of the section, just so that it looks nice and sleek and smooth. And I'm going to take some regular braiding hair. You can use any kind. And I'm going to cut it in half because I'm doing bob faux locks and they don't need to be that long. And then I had a little visitor. I don't have roaches or anything in my house, but I live in the country, so we get moths in the house all the time. So yeah. So I'm just going to start by braiding down that section. Just regular braid, using the braiding hair as 2 legs of the braid and then my hair as the 3rd leg. And I braided it all the way past to where my hair stopped. And since I want it to be a bob, I took it out a little bit. And since my hair is longer, I'm gonna have to twist up my hair, and then I'm gonna put it up the length of the braid and then just secure it there with a rubber band, just so that I can have the nice blunt bob shape that I was going for. Because if I did them all long, it wouldn't be a bob shape. So yeah, this is the MARLEY hair that I'm using. You can use any kinky type hair. I'm pulling it apart a little bit just so that it's more voluminous and it wraps better around the braid. So you start at the base by just wrapping it around. I think I did it like 5 times around, and then you start to wrap it around the actual braid. And I tried to just keep it kind of flat and tight, and then my little end had came out of the rubber band, so I just tucked it right back under there and kept on twisting down. And it's not hard at all. It takes a little while to like get the hang of it, but once you get the hang of it, it's like really easy. It's almost like you're twisting your hair. And when you get to the base, you just twist it back up the opposite direction until you get to the end of the twist. And then once you get to the end, you just keep on twisting until there's no more hair left. I'm going to roll it in my hands a little bit and then take some scissors and cut the end below where the MARLEY hair stops. It's going to give it like a blunted looking end, but I like how that looks, so I don't mind it. So then for the next one, it was a little bit higher up than that one, so it needed to be longer technically, but it had to match up with where that was. So I did the same technique. I twisted my hair up, secured it with a rubber band, and then I'm going to wrap it just like I did the other one with the Marley hair. And once I get to the end, I'm gonna keep wrapping it until it gets all the way done. So like once you get to the end, the piece of hair gets pretty thin, but you just keep wrapping it, keep wrapping it, keep wrapping it, and it will lock. I just roll it between my hands to lock it all the way and then cut it. They weren't exactly the same length, but that's okay. I went ahead and finished about half of my head, and I was like, girl, this looks crazy. But I just kept going. So in the areas where I needed the faux lock to be longer than my actual hair was, I took a little bit of braiding hair from each of the 2 sections and made a 3rd section and just braided it down until it got to the end of where my hair is. And then you don't have to keep braiding it all the way down, because once you start wrapping it, it wraps around the hair that's not braided just the same as it does the hair that is braided up. So you don't need to waste your time. Just kind of measure it up against the other hair. And the technique I'm using here is like using my index finger to kind of like roll it around and keep twisting it until it's all the way at the end. And by right here, I was kind of feeling it, so I was like motivated to keep going. So some of the ones in the front, the Marley hair wasn't long enough to make it all the way to the end of my braid because they were a little bit longer. So I just cut it in half and added another piece by just wrapping around it a few times and then continuing the same method, twisting it all the way down until it gets to my length that I want, and then twisting it back up. And it helps if you fray the end a little bit with the scissors. I'm gonna take my acid wrap lighter and just burn the ends slightly. Honestly, 2 of them have came loose since I did this. Just a little bit. I could retouch it like really easily. So I would say burn it a little bit more than I'm burning it right here, just so that they stay nice and secure. I'm gonna take this Dark and Lovely Go Intense color and just like, now it's time to be creative, like make them look, you know, interesting. So I decided to make one of them purple, and this stuff is pretty cool. It gets your hands kind of messy, but it washes right off. And then I'm gonna take these assorted hair jewelries and make my locks look like this. I'm gonna do a part 2 on how I did it, but you really just have to be creative. Let me know if this video was helpful in the comments. I really hope it was. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you on the next one. Namaste, niggas.
Everything BBs, I'm going to the maximum. Young nigga flat out of eczema, flawless the face, and ran through a pack of them. Everything classical, everything magical, and they